Hey, what's up, YouTube? Alright, did not realize that Time Teller made a response to my video. So sorry for the late response. Before I get going, just want to tell you and just everyone else that, hey, we all going to differ in politics. We all have different opinions. There are some things that some people are more passionate about. Like some people more passionate about foreign policy. Some people more passionate about the economy. Some maybe more passionate about healthcare. Said no one's right or wrong on this. It's just our right to be more passionate about different things. Now, I think, Time, that you probably misunderstood a couple of things I said on my video, and when the time comes up for it, I'll let you know. But I'm going to try to go in order what you talked about. First thing you said, President Obama, it's not going to bring real change. I agree with what you're saying on that to an extent. So I feel like absolute change is going to come from your lower levels in government. Say your governor, mayor, alderman, city councilman. You can even throw the school board in that. And I have a quick story to prove my point. Now, I was born and raised in Montgomery, Alabama. Home of the greatest college football team ever, the Alabama Crimson Tide. But I haven't lived in it 8 years, so, sometimes when I come back home, I say, what happened to this town? It's grown. But there are two towns called Prattville and Millbrook. And I can throw Wetumpka in there also. And residents of those three little towns used to come to Montgomery all the time to shop and to work there. But then a couple years ago, when I passed through Prattville with my mom, and I said, Mom, this Prattville's grown. And she told me that, yeah, they elected a young progressive mayor that decided to keep the money in Prattville. That he decided, like, say, people go to Montgomery, go to Best Buy or Dillard's, he decided work a way to get Dillard's and Best Buy there to Prattville, thus creating jobs. And as a result, you got the money staying in Prattville, and it resulted in that city growing, and there are people in Montgomery moving to Prattville. That's like type of change I'm talking about at lower levels. Anyway, we have to hold these people accountable. That's the main thing. The only way we can hold them accountable is by voting. And I said in one video that, hey, I was disappointed that, Obama won. I voted for him. But I was disappointed he won. That's the only time black people came out and voted, and the numbers were there. It showed. And I felt like people did not know what they were voting for. But that's another video for another day. And one thing I disagree with you on, when you're talking about, like, when I said the president doesn't have absolute power, but you say that he could, like, appoint and remove Supreme Court justices. Time, that does not mean he has absolute power. The president cannot send us to war without Congress voting on it. That's why checks and balances, we had that in place. That's why, for things like that. Alright, and you talk about, like, blacks not being a jury, like, may get in trouble, not being surrounded by a jury of their peers. Well, I got two things to that. First, don't break the law. Two, we have to hire lawyers that won't put up with the all-white jury or the one black person in the jury. Just be honest. That's why I see so many cases that have jury selections, and I know some of the people that's like a Jay Ryder, somebody who's going to law school and stuff, they could better explain that to me, but I've seen like that with people, like these certain cases where like they had these jury selections and they'll send people back and everything, do background screening and all that. So I suggest black folks, hey, don't break the law, and hire a good lawyer, no public defenders. Then you talk about like when I say that bigger fish to fry. What I was talking about was that bigger fish to fry than problems in the black community. My video response was that of to London Canada's video about President Obama not caring about black issues. That was my bigger fish to fry comment came from. Because I said that black people, we control our own destinies. And back to this low level thing, we can handle most of this, our issues ourselves. That was what my video was about. But that was one thing. Another thing we talked about was when we talked about like me and like our foreign policy and everything. Newsflash. We have 2 wars going on right now. Sorry, you might want to deal with those first before worrying about little Johnny got shot. That's just what I'm passionate about. You may not be passionate about that. That's my right as an American citizen. And then he talked about like not signing up for the military, don't support these people, whatever. Well, it's just my opinion. I'm no expert on this, but if no one signs up for the military, they would just reinstitute the draft. And back to my point about being passionate about certain things. Now, I'm in the military, so I have a vested interest in foreign policy because that directly affects me. But also, wars affect the economy. And in the war, these 2 wars affect the economy. Look how much money that America is spending to support these 2 wars. That's what I'm talking about. But everything else you talk about independence. Well, it's just my opinion. I'm no political expert, but I feel like that the perception of independence is that they're radical. And I feel like that's a problem there. And there are too many people that vote blind with the parties. It's kind of like these broke white people that vote Republican every time. Don't understand why poor white people vote Republican every time. They don't serve them. They don't serve their interests. They only care about keeping money in their pockets. But pretty much, like I said, is that you have to just hold these people accountable. That's all I have. Like I said, it's just my opinions. Nobody's right or wrong. Just how I feel about certain things. Take it easy.